continues for the Charleston metro area. A flash flood warning remains in effect until 5:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for South Central Berkeley.
Are you ready?
Audio
After 1 year of being away and a disaster later, we are reborn, and I've been waiting 1 year to tell you this. This is the internet's #1 rated show. Welcome to the new BYB Insider, and I'm your host, the big guy. Unfortunately, you're still stuck with me because nobody else would host this show. But anyway, we're here to deliver you some fantasy football goodness from the greatest league ever conceived in the history of fantasy football, the Backyard Brawl. And we have plenty of action this week. We've got a new studio, new look, new sounds, new vibes. We're going to throw it all at you. And we're starting off, it's week 1 of season 5. Here we go, kids. And our first matchup here in week #1, it's Jordan Calandro's Monstars versus Charlie Brown's Let Me Kick. Let's dive inside the box scores. Leading the way was Tom Brady with 17 and good efforts all around, but that defensive effort a little skippy here. Will it make a difference? Let's see over here. The wide receiver scoring big, but the thing that put him over, the defensive efforts, a pair of 11s there, as it was the Monstars getting by Charlie Brown's group 130 to 125. We're moving on. It's Jessica White versus the Guild of Calamitous Intent. Let's dive inside the ball scores. For the Guild, Andrew Luck's 28, but David Wilson's -5 really hurt the group. Will it matter? Well, not really when you got guys down on the bottom with a grand total of 2 points. As unfortunately, the Guild take out Jesco 148.5 to 135. We're moving on. It's the McConnell Mud Dogs versus Jared Taylor's gang. Let's dive inside this box score. Tony Romo leading the way with 19, 20 points from Ray Rice, but Lamar Miller, well, he fell short, and it would hurt him severely as Aaron Rodgers and the boys piled it on thick, and in the end, it was all Mud Dogs, 147.5 to 136.5. Last season was a monumental triumph for Thomas Atkins and his UPS boys as they arose from mediocrity to capture the Dina Spencer Trophy in grand fashion last year. Finding them in week 1, the first inaugural champions of the BYB Hail Mary. As we dive inside the box score here, we lead off with the Marys, and it's Drew Brees' 23. But unfortunately, the running backs and defensive backs failed to show. And as you can see here, when Matt Ryan and Adrian Peterson have days like this, it's going to make the defending champs hard to beat as they pretty much manhandle the Hail Mary gang 124 to 112.5. Last season was a miserable disappointment for the Black Angels as they fell upon hard times, losing 6 consecutive straight contests to find themselves into the toilet bowl for the first time in franchise history. The offseason didn't do them much better, as they found themselves embroiled in controversy with their hometown of Laurel Creek. A move to Madison later, the schedule gods of the BYB once again frowned upon the Black Angels as they would have to travel back to Mingo County to face their arch rivals, Prestige Worldwide.
And as we dive inside the box scores, we go to Prestige, led by Robert Griffin and Shane Vereen, but the middle section a little soft for Larry as we flip it to the Angel side. When you get big point totals, led by BYB record 60 points from Peyton Manning, it leads to sinking boats and throwing hoes overboard, folks. The Black Angels take it 194.5 to 127.
Dare I say there's no greater rivalry in BYB history than that of Josh Wortman and Mark Muncy. These two classic foes squared off in week 1 in our game of the week. And when asked about the rivalry, Josh Wortman simply replied, quote, "What rivalry? There is no rivalry unless the other team can win a few now and again."
So now it's up to Mark Muncy to make Josh eat those words in the game of the week. 3 and outs of machines. Here we go. Colin Kaepernick's 36 and Randall Cobb's 23 had the machine looking mighty fine up until Monday night, when led by a feverish comeback by Andre Johnson. His 26 put the 3 and outs over the top as they stunned the machine. 118.5 to 117. Mark Muncy gets his revenge. So that's going to do it for this week's show, folks. We hope you stay tuned throughout the season. We will continue on. But for first episode, we're out of here, folks. We'll see you next time.